Hello everyone, this video here exists simply as a celebration of the channel hitting 1000 subscribers, so thank you so much for your support. I wasn't sure what I should do for the occasion, but since I wanted to get a video out before the extras video, I decided to create this video. Also, you probably already noticed, but I decided not to include subtitles for this video. I did this because I think I can focus more on adding the funny stuff if I remove the subtitles. However, if you prefer my videos to have subtitles, let me know and I'll bring them back. Regardless of the feedback, the extras video will 100% have subtitles, so don't worry about that video. With that said, here's a random assortment of games I like to play semi-regularly.
My grandpa's deck has no pathetic cards, Kaiba, but it does contain...
Well, of course I'm starting with card games. After all, you do know what game this channel is based around, right? Right? Anyways, let's talk about it. The game this channel is based around, which is of course Solitaire. Solitaire is so good, you guys, you would not believe it. I basically play it anytime I'm sad and I love every single card. My favorite card is the 7 of Hearts. Okay, anyways, enough of this joke. Just as a note, in case you didn't notice, on the top left of the video you will see the title of the game, where it is available, and how much I play it. So again, PVC Heroes. I won't talk much about it, since if you follow this channel, chances are you have either played it or you have at least seen someone play it. Anyways, pretty good game. It's a shame that they don't seem to care enough about it to give us more content, but oh well. I'm used to playing games where the developers don't give us anything.
It's been 18 years.
Here's an old one, Yu-Gi-Oh! Nightmare Troubadour for the DS. This game is honestly my favorite way to play Yu-Gi-Oh! I think the main reason why is because it's fairly simple and somewhat casual. Mostly because when I have tried to play the modern games, they are simply too complicated for me. Like, part of the reason why I really like PVC Heroes is because the mechanics are so simple, so it's pretty easy to understand and play. Anyways, Nightmare Troubadour is somewhat old, but the music is pretty good and it still captures that goodness of old school Yu-Gi-Oh! Also, in case you don't know what Yu-Gi-Oh! Is, I won't go into detail because it's hard to explain if you haven't heard of it, but it's a card game. Okay, thanks, next game.
I will slay the spirit.
Classic roguelike game where you pick up cards and other stuff along the path to defeat the last boss. Since this game is that type of game where you play through a similar game over and over, it might not be for everyone, but the cards and relics that appear along the path are random, so every run is slightly different. Plus, in a session 20 the game is quite difficult, so it is also nicely challenging. Personally, I really like it. Plus, in the Steam version you can add mods to play with more characters, cards, relics, enemies, etc. I don't know in the other versions, but you know, I played the Steam version personally. So this game has two games, kind of. The main game where stuff happens that I won't spoil, and the roguelike mode. Both are great, but I can't really talk about the main game without spoiling it, so I'll just talk about the roguelike modes, since, you know, it's the one I played the most. It's pretty good, if a bit easy. Usually you just pick the cards that you know are busted and destroy/sacrifice the ones that aren't, so it isn't very hard, but it's pretty fun. Plus, the runs are usually around 30 minutes long, so even if you lose late in the run, you don't lose that much progress. Anyways, I don't think I can really express how much I like this game, so let's just move on to the next games.
Out my way, son! Door stuck! Door stuck!
Okay, so I have played a couple of shooters in my time, but there are only two I would say I play semi-regularly, which are... this game is old as
Sheep.
Anyways, banger game. Doesn't get many updates nowadays because, well, Valve, but still a fantastic game. You can pick between 9 classes and I'd say most of them are pretty fun to play with or against. Since the teams are big, it usually doesn't matter if a couple of players aren't pulling their weight, so that's another plus. Also, the game is very, and I mean very casual, to the point where basically no one plays the official competitive mode. There are really only two bad aspects of this game in my opinion. The first one is that since most people that still play it are pretty good at it, you might struggle to fight against them, especially if this is your first shooter. And secondly, even though it isn't as common nowadays, some servers are still infected with bots. But still a great game, 100% recommended.
He needs our help. Come on!
No.
Listen, I won't say much about this game because everyone knows it exists by now, and you probably already know if you like it, hate it, or if you just don't care about it. Still, I'd say it's a pretty good game. Personally, I like to play with a couple of friends on voice chat and just mess around. The game has a lot of community game modes as well as two main ways to play it. The classic build mode or the no build mode. Personally, I prefer no build because I am a big fan of not breaking my wrist.
Hello, potion seller. I am going into battle.
Only 3 games for this category, but they're vastly different, so let's get through it. Yeah, this game is old as shit. Just kidding. It just looks like this because it was originally only a mobile game. Anyways, despite how it looks, this game is actually pretty good. It's kinda hard to get into it because learning it is kinda hard, especially against some of the later bosses because, to be honest, the difficulty spike looks somewhat like this. Still, it's a pretty good game. Personally, I play it a bit on the casual side, so I don't have that much, but it's still pretty fun. You can play it blind if you want, since it's available on both on mobile and Steam, plus it's free. But personally, I'd use a guide because there are a couple of things that knowing early on make the game a lot more enjoyable in my opinion.
Mom! Zombot is playing weeb games again.
Yeah, so I know it's another game by the Genshin devs, but come on, it's pretty good. It's a lot more casual than Genshin, so honestly I like it a bit more, but that might just be because of recency bias. I don't know. Anyways, this game is pretty much a traditional RPG except with gacha elements. Yeah, I know gacha sucks, and I agree, but the game is pretty good still. Just, if you play it, I advise you not to spend money on it.
Mom! Zombot is playing weeb games again.
Yeah, this game is alright. I played this game day one, and personally I think the most interesting part is that I have gone from being starved for content to having so much content that I have like 5 character quests paused, because I just don't care enough, to be honest. Still a pretty good game, 100% recommended. Just again, be aware that this is a gacha game, so I advise you not to spend money on it unless you work or something, I don't know, I'm not your mom. Also, yeah, this game also has a TCG mode, which I have uploaded a couple of videos about, but yeah, I kinda stopped caring about it, so it is what it is. Yeah, I don't know what genre this game is, so here it is.
You know, you could have just googled this game's genre, right?
No.
This game is pretty good. Lots of characters, plus pretty free-to-play friendly. I don't really have much to say about it, I just think it's nifty. I don't actually play it that much, since even after they added start drops, because I tend to play like once a week, just to help my guild, but hey, if you play it, hop onto my Discord and ask me to play if you want, I might be available. That's it for the video. I considered including Clash Royale as well, but honestly, the last couple of updates have been so awful that I uninstalled around 3 months ago, and even if they fix the problems they created, I don't think I'll ever play it again, so, you know, it is what it is. Anyways, I will start working on the extras video in around a week after this video comes out, so this is your last chance to propose any changes I may have missed, preferably in the comment sections of the corresponding rarity. Anyways, thanks for watching, and again, thank you for 1000 subscribers.